A trident is a three-pointed spear used for fishing and once used as a polearm. It's known as the weapon of sea gods like Poseidon and Neptune, and also of Shiva in Hinduism. In ancient Rome, a type of gladiator called a rhetarius used a trident with a net to fight opponents. It appears throughout mythology, art, and modern symbols, including military units like the Navy SEALs and logos such as Maserati, Club Med, Manchester United, and Arizona State University.
Kusanagi-no-Tsurugi is a legendary Japanese sword, one of the three imperial regalia and a symbol of the emperor's authority and valor. According to myth, the god Susanoo found it inside the tail of the giant serpent Yamato no Oruchi. It was originally called Ami no Murakumo no Tsurugi, but later gained the name Kusanagi when Prince Yamato Takeru used it to cut through burning grass and turn the flames on his enemies. The sword is sacred, rarely seen, and believed to be kept in a hidden location. It's described as a straight, double-edged blade and often appears in modern media with mythic powers.
The Holy Lance, or Spear of Longinus, is said to be the weapon that pierced Jesus during the crucifixion. It isn't described much in the Bible, but many legends grew around it later. From the 6th century onward, different places claim to have pieces of the spear, and several are still kept in Europe today. People once believed the lance could bring victory in battle, and some armies carried it for luck. Today, the most famous version is in Vienna, displayed with the imperial regalia.
Hermes' Caduceus is a winged staff with two snakes wrapped around it, symbolizing peace, negotiation, travel, and commerce. It originally came from an olive branch, a sign of peace, and became Hermes' tool as the messenger of the gods. The staff could put people to sleep or wake them, and it also guided souls to the underworld. It is often confused with the medical symbol, but the true medical symbol is the rod of Asclepius, which has only one snake and no wings.
Excalibur is King Arthur's legendary sword, known for magic and for proving the true ruler of Britain. In early stories, Arthur pulls a sword from an anvil on a stone during Christmas, a challenge only the rightful king could complete. Arthur first takes it unknowingly while helping his foster brother, then repeats the feat publicly when Merlin reveals his true heritage. Later tales show the sword being thrown into a lake as Arthur lies dying, where a mysterious hand catches it. Other versions say the sword from the stone broke early and the Lady of the Lake gave Arthur the real Excalibur. Different stories also give the sword special powers. It shines brightly in battle, can cut iron and steel, and its scabbard prevents bleeding. Some tales show characters like Gawain using it, and others describe its theft by Morgan Le Fay, which ultimately leads to Arthur's death without its protection. Across various legends, the sword's name and origins change, but it always represents Arthur's power and destiny. Mjölnir is Thor's famous hammer in Norse mythology, used as both a deadly weapon and a tool for giving blessings. It appears in many ancient sources, like the Poetic Edda and Prose Edda, and even on Viking Age artifacts. Vikings often wore it as a pendant for protection, and the symbol is still widely used today, including by modern heathens and in popular media.
Gungnir is Odin's spear in Norse mythology, known for always hitting its target no matter who throws it.
Zeus's lightning bolt is his main weapon, created by the Cyclopes and Hecatonshires to help the gods win the war against the Titans. It's known as the most powerful weapon, used by Zeus to punish enemies and show his power over gods and humans alike. Freyr's sword, also known as Summerbrander or the Summer Sword, is a magical weapon that can fight on its own. In the God of War series, the sword is called Ingrid and is also portrayed as a living, speaking weapon. In modern culture, the sword appears in Rick Riordan's Magnus Chase series as Summerbrander or Jack. Sharur is Ninurta's magical mace known as the Smasher of Thousands. It can talk, fly long distances, and even turn into a winged lion. In Sumerian myths, Sharur helps Ninurta defeat the demon Asag by giving him important information and carrying messages from the god Enlil.
Durandal is the legendary sword of Roland, known for being extremely hard, sharp, and nearly indestructible. Stories say it once belonged to young Charlemagne. In the Battle of Roncesvalles, Roland threw the sword away so enemies couldn't take it, and it supposedly landed in Rocamadour.
Legends also claim Durandal could cut through huge rocks in one strike.
The Brahmastra is a powerful divine weapon created by Brahma. When fired, it creates a huge fireball, shakes the earth, melts mountains, dries up rain, and can wipe out everything in its path. It was so dangerous that only a few legendary warriors knew how to use it. If misused, it could destroy all life in an area for ages. Its stronger version, the Brahmashira Astra, is 4 times more powerful and can erase someone's existence from past, present, and future. Another related weapon, the Brahmadanda, is a defensive rod that can absorb any attack.
Skofnung is the legendary sword of King Rolf Kraki, known for its incredible sharpness, toughness, and for being filled with the spirits of his 12 berserkers. Those who used it were given strict rules. The sun must not shine on its hilt, it shouldn't be drawn unless a real fight was coming, and it couldn't be unsheathed near women. Wounds made by it would not heal unless treated with the Skofnung stone. The sword was lost and found multiple times, eventually being buried again with Geller in Denmark.
The gada is a heavy mace from the Indian subcontinent made of wood or metal with a round head and sometimes a spike. It was also used across Southeast Asia. It's famously the weapon of Hanuman, symbolizing great strength, and wrestlers often worship him. Fragarak is a legendary Irish sword belonging to the sea god Manannán mac Lir. It was said to weaken enemies, cut through any armor, and force truthful answers.
The Gáe Bulg is Cuchulain's deadly spear in Irish mythology. It was given to him by his teacher, Scothach, and made from the bone of a giant sea monster. The spear could only be used with a special ritual and had to be thrown with the toes. It entered the body as one strike, but then split into many barbs, making it impossible to remove without cutting the victim open. Cuchulainn used it only as a last resort, including in the tragic battles where he killed his friend Ferdiad and later his own son, because the weapon was always fatal once thrown.
The Aegis is a powerful divine shield or cloak used by Zeus and Athena. Made from the goat Amalthea's skin, it often carries Medusa's head and snakes. It protects its bearer, creates storms, and terrifies or even petrifies enemies. It symbolizes divine power and protection, and the phrase "under the Aegis" means being under someone's protection. In modern times, its name is used for the U.S. Navy's Aegis defense system. The Green Dragon Crescent Blade is the famous weapon of the warrior Guan Yu in Romance of the Three Kingdoms. It's a long, curved guandao said to be extremely powerful in battle. It was also called the Frost Fair Blade, because in one snowy battle, so much blood covered the blade that it froze into a layer of frost.
Stormbringer is a powerful black rune-covered sword from Michael Moorcock's fantasy stories. Created by the forces of chaos, it has a mind of its own and may be controlled by a dark entity inside it. The albino emperor Elric of Melnibone wields it, but the sword drains the souls of those it kills and often brings tragedy to its wielders.